Hey everybody, welcome to the next commentary in the Unranked Challenger with only viewer picks. We were playing some Malzahar mid today versus a Yasuo. The comment said to play Caedrel Malzahar, which is a pro player who was known to press R on Malzahar and cancel it accidentally. So they say to cancel your first ultimate accidentally. Malzahar poke really isn't that bad if you can fight with your shield. Your shield does deal decent damage. The reason why it does decent damage, or not decent damage, the reason why the shield is so powerful and allows you to trade even versus targets that might be otherwise pretty annoying to trade versus is because it gives you significant damage reduction and immunity to crowd control. Malzy is his main damage source. It's this little damage over time effect. That damage over time effect will bounce between stuff when it dies. And also, you can refresh it by landing your Q onto people. I'm surprised that missed. Your Q is a silence and a thing that will reapply it. So right now, I'm just going to be lasting these. When it hops between minions, it also gives you back a little bit of mana. So it is very nice when it hops between stuff, so then you can, like, not be as Your shield does take a significant amount of time to come back up. But you get 90% damage reduction, which is pretty bonkers. And if you ever want to kill somebody, it's all about just, like, landing your E into Q combo. Ooh, that actually bounced to him, even though I didn't want it to. I was just trying to get the minions. Because you deal so much damage over time, Comet does proc very quickly. Another big thing about you is that your Voidlings deal significant damage to things that are Sorry, I was like trying to focus up there for a second while I missed my ability embarrassingly. Your Voidlings deal bonus damage to things that are affected by your Malefic Visions, and it makes a laning phase so much easier when you have enough points in your abilities to make it so you can E and then W spam, which is your Voidlings, over and over again. Even though you don't even level up your Voidlings until later, you actually do Q second. When you're able to just spam them, so it like they just continuously are trying to kill the stuff that you have on, then you don't even have to be interactive in lane whatsoever. It's super annoying for the enemy team. Especially, of course, the person that you're laning versus. This matchup should be pretty challenging. This Q ability is actually a projectile, so Yasuo can, in fact, just completely negate it if he really wanted to. The best thing I can do is just try to farm that to the best of my ability and not fall too far behind because of it. Malzahar is super early game. Sometimes you might be able to beat somebody if they're like not a good character early game and they like make massive mistakes, but versus somebody like Yasuo is definitely just completely not playable, really. Oh, nice. You made me lose cannon. Well played, dude. Well played, well played. That will bounce to him and hit him. You can see my Comet is ticking down so freaking quickly. We will just buy some items. We're going to go for Malignance or Blackfire first because both of those items are like either ultimate based or burn based, and because we have damage over time, that means that our ability will make the burn last longer because the burn will continuously get reapplied over and over again until it finally expires. This guy is level 6 before me. Wait for his shield to expire before I use my ability onto him. My silence did hit him, which refreshes the E, but the E was barely on him in the first place, so it's not really that big of a deal. I canceled my ability, so I did do what I was told. It actually is difficult to cancel Malzahar R. Did they, like, give it a way that it doesn't, like, cause you to accidentally, like, stop it? I was honestly right-clicking way earlier, and it still went off. So, your ultimate is one of the best CC abilities in the game, but the extreme downside is that you cannot move during it, and you can be crowd controlled during it, of course, unless your passive is up or something. Damn, this guy is literally about to die, but I don't think I can get him, though. Probably can't get that guy either. Yeah, I guess we just won't be able to kill him. Anyways, your ultimate, when you suppress people, it also refreshes your E. So the generic combo is just E ulti, and then you can use Q. You can also press your Q, and as the animation is going off, try to R them so they can't move during it, so they also get silenced as well. But that's more about, like, just dealing as much damage as possible. I would say that doesn't necessarily, like... It doesn't make your E deal more if you're, like, stacking... This refreshes your E and this refreshes. It's just a refresh. It doesn't, like, apply more stacks or anything. Although that sounds kind of cool if it did. Sounds kind of sick. If they ever want to do a Malzahar rework, I feel like it should honestly, like, be E has, like, 2 charges, and you can, like, stack more often, infinitely. That sounds so interesting. There's not very many champions like that in the league, in my opinion. I know that, like, Mel kind of does that in a way, but hers is about bursting it at the end, while what I'm thinking about is making it so they slowly take more and more damage. But yeah, this is a suppression, meaning that Merc Treads doesn't work on it. Suppressions cannot be reduced by crowd control tenacity stuff. We do have the luxury now of our Malefic Visions having way stronger effects onto minions and stuff, and because of that, we push so much faster and can spam so much more, and it gives us back even more mana too. So all those factors are gonna make it so my interaction in the lane is gonna decrease a ton. This is not a good fight. We'll just let the minions do the work. Dude, my ability does not seem like it goes very far for some reason. I feel like it used to go further, or like be like a thicker area. Okay, I'll just ulti him just to keep him locked down for my teammate, bro. If this guy really wants to gank this guy that badly. Nice! Thank you for the assistance, man. I think that the reason why Caedrel messed up the Malzahar ultimate in the past is I believe back then there was less, like, safety in case you pressed an ability and then if you, like, double tapped it or right-clicked at the exact moment, you would instantly stop the ultimate. I'm still kind of shook over my first ultimate when I was trying to purposely cancel it, and it wouldn't stop. I was like right-clicking everywhere, and it's just like, no, the ultimate is going to continue going. Malignance is kind of goofy. Let's go that. He has QSS first item. QSS is an item that removes all CC abilities, including suppressions. So, he did build something that is good against it. It's just kind of funny to do that, though, because it does delay his thing so much. His, like, real build path. Oh, I didn't hit him fast enough there, but that's okay. I mean, this is still really good damn. I'm just gonna hit him again. He's probably gonna jump on these minions. I silenced him, which also caused it to refresh onto him again. This is when Malzahar gets so freaking annoying to play against, because I can harass and also push so quickly. And of course, as a melee character, he has to walk into my my E. Also, your passive is on a lower cooldown as well, so I get back that shield that makes me just very difficult to kill quite frequently. I'll just flash. There's no reason to try to get an outplay going for myself there. He might be dead to that. I can't believe he actually stepped up. I was waiting for him to ulti away with my Q, so that's why I wasn't using it, but he just never used it, and then we just kill him again. And then, what's also nice about... Oh, I accidentally had it jump to that guy, is if you continue spamming your Voidlings, the turret will start shooting them. And then if they shoot them, then that makes it so the minions are not getting hit as frequently, so... Your push power might not be crazy like Mundo, where you deal a bunch of damage to it, but you can make it so the turret is busy hitting your minions all the time. Oh, we can TP in. Oh. Man, I was hoping she was going to get engaged on. This is actually not that good of a TP, but it's okay. It's very difficult to stop this guy from doing this stuff. He is very mobile, and landing my ability onto him is not that easy when I don't know which thing he's going to jump to next is. But, I mean, it was only Sona death for him, and now I can hit mid more often, and I'm almost level 11 as well. Your ultimate, it's okay. It doesn't really deal that much. I do feel like having people get stuck inside of your Malignance, though, pool is very strong, because Malignance damage is okay if people are stuck inside of it. How much damage does it deal now? 20% of somebody's max HP, plus also it does base damage, too. That just jumped to him, so I know that he is taking damage from my ability right now. Now, if he all-ins me, I might lose. We'll see. Nope, I was able to sidestep one of his abilities, and because I did, I win. Malzahar, as you noticed, when he stops my ultimate, the damage is still going through. But there's a pool beneath his feet, and that pool is the percent damage, so when he leaves, he's just taking the base damage from this and not the percent damage. Nice, we got first turret. I do enjoy watching Yasuo try so freaking hard and just suffering through it because he just never is able to kill me. Other things about Malzahar is that, in my opinion, his level 13 spike is one of his strongest spikes. Malzahar Q is actually a short CD all the time. I was going to say, I think it goes on a lower cooldown, but it doesn't. But it's a AoE silence, and the silence gets stronger every single time that you level it up. And because it's an AoE silence, if you land it on a few people inside of a team fight, and it's on a really low cooldown, that's crazy. Like, OP. Of course, it's not that easy to land, but you deal so freaking much. That guy's really low, but I can't kill him. He's just too fast. He's just gonna run away the whole time. Doesn't really seem like I can help out top lane either, so I'll just go back mid now. Some weird fight was going on. He just tried to get my thing, but did not. This is one of the weaknesses of my champ. I don't have good ways of getting on top of people. Okay, well, that works. When I ultied him there, my E wasn't even up, so... He died without my visions on him. He just died of the Q. Kind of a goofy way of dying. Anyways, what I was trying to say is that, because Malzahar is so freaking slow, and you don't have, like, any dash abilities, then chasing people is kind of ridiculous, unless you flash on them, and flashing on top of somebody sometimes isn't really the best with a champion that is so immobile. But, if you ever build Rylai's, you can kite people. Because Rylai's slows people, your E lasts 4 seconds, so that means that it literally will be reapplying the slow over and over again. Anybody that has damage over time effects like Brand, Annie, Tibbers, Aura, all those champions are so good with Rylai's Lilia passive. I don't have my ultimate for a bit, but thankfully for us, we can still be pretty non-interactive and just play super far away. I'm gonna go this way. I'll just ulti this guy to keep him locked down, because there's no reason to go for the other people. And my visions is on that guy as well. And then we just pop this and just leave. And it looks like the game just might be doomed, dude. We might just straight up see an FF coming through soon. Because we are a bit fed, aren't we? Most of my teammates are fed, actually. We can just put visions on him and just deal some damage. We don't really want to fight, except for when my ultimate's back up, I would say. Our consistent damage is not really the best. Because once you put your Malefic Visions onto somebody, if you are landing your Q and they're fighting you, your E can be used again if you really wanted to, but it doesn't stack and it's not going to deal more, so you're only fighting them with 2 other abilities if you continuously land Q to refresh it over and over again. It's just like, oh, this is awkward. I, am playing without one of my abilities in a way, even though I am playing with it since it's still on them. 412 damage. The base damage, I mean, not the base, sorry. The base damage is honestly pretty bad, but the percentages are good. So high EP on Mal's definitely feels good. I imagine that the base damage is bad to make it so stuff like support Malzahar isn't busted as heck, because it'd be so stupid if you could just... Man, I'm trying to get to this fight, but... Oh, that guy's probably gonna die. I almost got a pentakill. So, what I did is that when the set was fighting me, I pressed Q to keep him locked down and ultied, so my Q hit him no matter what and executed him, and then my E was bouncing to everybody else. But... I think that I should have pathed this way instead, or just TP'd in earlier. It's chill, though. I mean, our lead is gigantic. Even if I died. Wow, the AP ratio on this is so bad. But, I mean, that's understandable. There's no reason why that ability should ever have a, that much damage when it's so impactful with what it does. 2-second AoE silence. 2 seconds. 2 full seconds is crazy. That's a long-ass time for a crowd control ability of not being able to use any abilities whatsoever. So nuts. I guess I'll just go top lane here. This guy's gonna try to take our stuff. He made me lose my shield, you jerk. If Set's up here, then I just die. They might send multiple... Oh, never mind, we don't see him. But I think that we still lose the turret. I don't think that I can get to it fast enough. I don't even have my shield, too, which is a risk as well. I have my shield back up now, thankfully. It doesn't matter. There's too many people up here. If the Viego didn't come in, I think I probably would have won that. But, I mean, it seems like he'll still die. Nice. I silenced him before he used his ultimate. And he didn't cast it, so he didn't shield himself. That was the only reason why I almost won that. It was kind of ballsy for me to go for a 1v1 play. I'm not that nuts of a... I'm more of a team fighter than a 1v1er. Unless they don't have QSS. Damn, what the hell is his Xin Zhao damage? He's full crit, right? Yeah, he is. No wonder. Oh my goodness, dude. Me and Xin Zhao both have almost gotten pentakills this game. Also, having Rylai's would be, like, really impactful. Because even if he has QSS and he's, like, dashing away, slowing him probably would be pretty effective at, like, helping out. QSS, I think, has a longer CD than my ult, so technically it should be down right now. Oh, that guy will not die, sadly. Okay, Yasuo, you definitely tried, bro. I saw that my teammates were coming to get me. I'm surprised that he decided to do that. Okay. Nice try, I guess. I think that I probably want to go... Crypt Bloom? Crypt Bloom will be a CDR penetration item. I know that I could also go Bloodletters too, I guess, but... I don't really have AoE. I have damage over time, which makes Bloodletters good. But it's not like I'm going to be applying it to everybody, like Brand could. I feel like Relentless Hunter would be so good on Malzahar. I mean, Predator Malzahar used to exist, where there was a rune that was attached to your boots that gave you movement speed, and you'd use Predator Malz to get in range of people to press R on them. It's really a busted playstyle. Your Q also gives vision. You can see inside of brushes with it. It's another effect that it has. I'm just going to shove in bot lane once, then I have to go top, I guess. Oh, never mind. Yeah, or not Yasuo. Xin Zhao's already going top instead. Baron's up in 30. I don't really feel too confident trying to 1v1 Yasuo, but I have TP, and I'm the only person that would have TP in the game. It's either I group, or I let, and like we just team fight, or I stop this. Oh. He left on his own, but he left too late. If he wanted to join the fight, he should have done it earlier. There's no reason to TP like that. So now I'll just push bot. Yeah, they just FF'd after that. So yeah, that was Malzahar mid, with me canceling the first ultimate like Caedrel. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. I'll see you guys next time. We'll look at the damage dealt, but I imagine it's probably not going to be that as high as Xin Zhao, because he was doing crazy damage, and I didn't get to be part of some of the fights at the very end too. Honestly, it was kind of close though. So yeah, that was me playing versus this Yasuo. I also think I know this Yasuo is like a one trick of him mostly. You can see that he has at most played Master Tier, tons of games played on this guy. And yeah, that's who we went against. Alright, see you guys later, bye. Hey everybody, welcome to the next commentary in the Unranked Challenge with only viewer picks. We were playing some Ziggs Mid. They really just asked for Ziggs, not really anything unique about it. They said that, you know, it would be cool if I do get to one-shot any turrets, which is definitely possible, but we shall see what happens. Ziggs is kind of a lane bully. But I will say that this is probably going to be a matchup that is pretty difficult to be a lane bully in, because Galio is pretty freaking annoying when he builds magic resist build, and that is kind of the most meta build that he does, and he has Aftershock, meaning that he probably will be doing that build. Ooh, I hit him with that Q. The reason why Ziggs is a lane bully is because his range is pretty freaking long, and his Q damage is honestly pretty strong for a ability that is not too difficult to land. Your skill shot is a super tiny, like, Syndra Q. You can see, like, it's a very tiny circle, smaller than Syndra's. But the trick that you can sometimes do versus champions is throw it on top of a minion that is next to the person that is walking next to the minion, and you will hit them sometimes and be able to, like, punish them that way. So it's basically about just focusing on your minions getting low and chucking abilities when you think that they're gonna step up for that minion, if they go close enough to be able to, like, get hit and stuff. You can try to bounce it onto them, but, I mean, that is quite a challenge. I'm gonna get his bone plating. Galio does have a magic damage shield that he does regenerate if we don't hit him frequently, and we do have 0 TP, so that means that we do want to also kind of conserve our mana unless we, like, are guaranteeing a hit, probably, too. But he understands and is juking in certain patterns to make it so he makes it more difficult on me. You can definitely tell. Still landed my ability, though. And now we can harass him underneath turret, which is awesome. Massive damage. Immediately start shoving because we want to see if he's going to stay or not. I mean, he's still pretty uncomfortable, I would say, in this matchup so far. So he'll just take a full base here. I definitely want to full base myself because he's going to TP back, and that's going to create issue. Oh, he's not going to full base. Okay, that's chill. So Ziggs' passive is that every single auto attack is empowered after a set time, or when you use an ability, it lowers the CD of it. You cannot, like, stop the auto attack from... You cannot stop the auto attack from, like, being used immediately, so normally you're not going to be using it unless you're spamming your abilities onto the enemy. Like, as they jump in on you and stuff, because otherwise you're going to be hitting the wave the whole time with your autos to try to push out, is what I was trying to say. I was trying to fix the wave there. So, our first buy seems to be Lost Chapter. They have a giga tanky team comp, so I'm going to go a burn build, because normally burn builds, in my opinion, are better than, like, Luden's builds when you're versus so many tankier characters, because we want, like, AoE Liandry's probably type deal, instead of, I'm gonna one-tap you with, like, my ultimate if I hit the center of it, because 110% EP ratio on it. But it doesn't matter if the ratio is high if everybody's so freaking tanky. A little bit of damage onto this guy. I know that he'll jump on me, but I think it's pretty chill still. He jukes one of my Qs, but the thing is that I still got massive damage onto him, even though he also hit me. I'm almost level 6 myself. We do have Lost Chapter to also give us back some mana here. I mean, if I get ganked, I guess I could die, but otherwise, this is, I would say, pretty damn good. I knew he would probably go into the brush, so I chucked my Q that direction to try to catch him, and it kind of worked out. Damn, bro. Goat. Oh my... Oh, what? That was honestly one of the craziest Ziggs kills I have ever gotten in my entire life. That was pure luck. That had zero skill. I wasn't anticipating him to go into my ability like that, but that was just so crazy to see that he like went past the bomb as it's bouncing and went into it while my auto attack is midair. He didn't even die to the bomb. It was an auto attack flying at him. But yeah, this is why Ziggs is considered a lane bully, because like the pretty short CD decent damage ability is just so spammable. And also you shove so damn fast too, because it's like has a little bit of an AoE on it. Your other abilities are the Satchel Charge, which can be used to knock people away or knock yourself away at a way better effect. So you can you think of it as like a dash ability for yourself. Otherwise, it's a tiny knockback. Like this. You can go over walls with it. You can't really push enemies over walls. It's pretty rare to. I don't even know if it's possible, but I think you can't. And if you can, they have to be so close to it because it really is such a tiny thing. Galliard is going to ulti, and then it's just instantly doomed fight. But, I mean, I could maybe rotate afterwards, I guess. Oh, I got the red buff. I try to knock him back. Ooh. Let's just burn everything on this guy. Oh, still has his ultimate. Well, he's probably just gone then. There's no way to chase him down if he still has his ultimate like that. We'll still take it, though, because we are getting pretty fed, and Ziggs, when he gets fed, is, I would say, pretty strong at taking over the game for shoving. Because what's unique about him is that his Satchel Charge literally does like detonate structures like turrets as if it is a true real-life Satchel Charge. What it does is that when it's below a certain percentage, when you use it, it will just destroy it straight up. Which is why some people even do W max second, or at least some points in W. I'm going to try that as well. Because it increases the percentage of what the turrets need to be. Thus making it so if my teammates even hit turrets, guess what? I'm just going to rotate down there and take it. You see how low this turret already is? If I just go down there after shoving, I can just put down my satchel and probably take it. And, of course, like, getting the turrets early on is, like, a gigantic deal, too. And that's why I also took Barrier, because I know that if I do get engaged on by these guys, I probably can still survive it, as long as I have a defensive tool. I like taking Barrier into matchups that are normally not really that threatening, in terms of... When you go this tank Galio build, you're playing to become an absolute menace of a champion as the game continues because you're too tanky to be killed, but that doesn't mean I'm probably going to get pressured ever. So I can shove out waves more frequently and reset without needing TP because I know you're not really that kind of threat. You're just annoying because I'm just not going to be able to kill you easily. Now, preferably, we try to satchel charge every single turret and get every single turret before plates expire to really amplify the effect of generating so much gold for the team by getting all of the turrets, which gives global gold and stuff, and giving plates to everybody to the point that we just are way richer than the enemy. If I landed the satchel back towards me, I probably could have killed her there. My damage to somebody like Nami is so freaking high. I would just one-tap her. You can see that we already got bot lane. We don't even need to do anything there. Oh my goodness, dude. Why are they committing so hard for me? So, as soon as Galio jumped on me, automatically, I know that Rengar's here, and I put down my satchel, and I did not use it immediately. I don't know if you guys caught on to that, but I did not use it immediately because I know that the biggest concern is if Rengar can jump on top of me and I don't have my dash, even if I am further away, he'll probably kill me and then, like, use his W to heal himself and run away, because you get... When he uses his ferocity at max, he gets the bonus effect, and the bonus effect also gives him movement speed and stuff. So, I felt like the only way I could possibly survive is one thing, which is... I have to use the satchel as a dash for myself while also stopping his ability and disrupting his own movement, and I did get to do that. My satchel hit him and knocked him back a little bit and pushed me away. So I did that on purpose to make sure that he had a worse time. I'll try to, like, make sure that this Xin Zhao doesn't die here, but it's kind of difficult to stop this Gallier from just, like, walking at him. Looks like we're just gonna win the game, though. I don't know if Rengar is necessarily super gapped. He just unfortunately got outplayed when he tried to gank, which is honestly a really big deal. If you ever do a jungle gank in a 2v1 and for some reason you die, it is true that, like, that is so influential that you probably just lose the game. As you can see, this is the little icon that shows when you can detonate the turret. We haven't really had that scenario until just now. Hopefully Rengar ulties my Rakan and not me, because I would prefer to not die. In fact, maybe I can even kill with Rakan if he jumps on Rakan, because I'll try to satchel him away and then Rakan can knock him up and we full burst with everything. And if I can land my ultimate, the center part, I mean, we might be able to one-tap him, even though I don't have, like, that much pen. And normally pen kind of matters for one-tapping people, because I would normally have swords. Dude, he's so squishy. He's level 8. 1200 HP when my ultimate does 650, which is half of his HP. Your E is this minefield you put on the ground. It slows people. You can try to put on top of people if they're on top of you. Otherwise, it can be used as a cutoff tool or a deterrent from getting engaged on. Like, if Rengar is ulting, I put it on top of myself preemptively and just wait. Whoa. Rengar did ulti. Was waiting for him to show up. He did not one-shot our teammate, thankfully. Pretty good. It was very close, though. And it looks like we're just gonna win. Yeah, they just gave up. So yeah, that was Ziggs mid lane. Hopefully I showcase, like, what you can accomplish on this champion. Very fortunate that the enemy just made such big mistakes that allowed me to get such a big lead. And I will see you guys in the next one. We'll look at the damage dealt, of course, and stuff. We're at, like, 300 LP. Damage dealt was okay. Our biggest thing was just not dying to the gank and him dying. That was gigantic. So thanks for watching. See you guys later. Peace out. Have a great day. Bye. Hey, everybody. Welcome to the next commentary in the Unranked Challenger with only viewer picks. We are playing some Mundo mid lane today. Not because they asked for Mundo mid, but my other mid pick was not available. I think it was banned, and somebody did ask to play Mundo, but they didn't specify a role, so we are going to try their movement speed Mundo is what they asked for. I think that it is probably not going to be that crazy of a build, because if they want me to do go where you please Mundo, because there's a Mundo meme where Mundo goes where he pleases, and the reason why he goes where he pleases is because he that's just like a quote that he has. where he just says Mundo goes where he pleases because he speaks in third person sometimes. Or actually, maybe all the time. But we are versus an Irelia. We're just going to be farming from far away during the early game. Mundo is a hyperscaler. You can search online, or not on. Well, I guess you can search online too, but you can search for specific items within certain classes pretty easily from the shop. So I'll show you in a second. As soon as I farm these. Mundo E does give us bonus AD, so we almost one-shot them, but I'm in the tank items, and there's a little thing called movement, and you can see that there's only 2 movement speed items that are tank items in the game that I can build. I know that it shows 3 items here, but you can't build Trailblazer and Deadman, so it's technically 2, because why would you ever go the support item rather than this? So there really isn't much of a selection, and I know that other movement speed items exist within League of Legends that give you movement speed, but if they truly want me to go where I please Mundo, I probably wouldn't build the items that give me movement speed that aren't beneficial to Mundo, because otherwise that's going to be go where I please until they kill me Mundo, which is probably not actually that crazy, because they'll just kill me. Oh my gosh, that was so freaking close to me getting killed, but at least I survived. I would have been pretty upset if I died because that Conqueror stack from her did so much damage there. So for first item, we're probably just going to build a bunch of... okay, this is super messed up because of this. Let me click off that. I know I didn't buy any potions. My wave's also, like, disastrously bad. But that's because I was trying to fight her when I probably shouldn't have, so it's whatever. Any champion that can dash on top of you and stay on top of you is pretty annoying to play versus, have to admit. She TP'd back as well. She has a recurve bow. But the idea is we just play far away and land cleavers on her and just never try to be interactive because we shouldn't have to during the early game since it's just too challenging to play. Our cleavers do cost HP, but if I do get elasted, it does refund some of the HP cost, which is pretty nice. And of course, if it hits her, it's pretty chill too. She doesn't have too much healing in her kit because she doesn't have Damn Scepter just yet. Mundo Cleaver is always a strong ability because it does percent current damage. So, doesn't matter how tanky the person gets, unless they have a bunch of magic resist, it's always going to hurt pretty bad. And you can see how underleveled we are, and that's because she TP'd back on an amazing wave state, and that, like, ruined my, my early game. But I'm not going to try to ruin the game by accidentally getting myself killed because I have no flash, and it's better to be down CS than be down kills and CS and EXP, and it gets even worse, right? So hit a cleaver onto her, even though it's not that big of a deal. That was so dumb by her. Why would you ever do that? Okay, so Irelia was level 6, right? Super strong at level 6, right? But this is like a huge part of Mundo's strength. Firstly, you can't get CC'd because your passive prevents it. But when your passive procs... I know that I'm super screwed here. Oh, actually, no, I'm not. I want him to not freeze, if possible. Please stop freezing, or trying to freeze. Okay, it, like, kind of unfroze a little bit. I mean, not something I can solve. Anyways, your passive is something that prevents that first crowd control ability, so I didn't get hit by her stun, even though it did mark me, so she could hit me again. Also, I'm going to go Warmogs first, just to make it so I can be tanky enough to tank her and not just, like, die immediately, because remember, it's go where you please, Mundo. We will get movement speed early on, but we do not want to make ourselves so weak with movement speed that we can't survive. Okay, back onto the most important part. Your W is something that I didn't know how to use very well like a year ago when I played Mundo a few times. I have played Mundo semi-frequently since then, and also people have sometimes asked me to play him and stuff, because I know he's very popular right now. And one big part of him is his W, which is his Heart Zapper. That ability it seems pretty complicated and stuff, but the only thing you should focus on is that when you activate it, you get something called Gray Health. Gray Health is based off of how much damage the enemy is doing to you, and you get more Gray Health in the very beginning. So right when you activate it, you get a ton of Gray Health if you take a ton of damage, and then after like 1 second, if you keep it on yourself, you'll still get Gray Health, but it will like fill less quickly based off of how much damage you're taking. Now, the only other part is that when you reactivate it, you heal yourself based off of how much Gray Health you have. That's one thing. The other part is that, remember, this is like a huge factor of it, and this is very good against melee picks, and this is why I was questioning Irelia's decision-making. Try to get these CS. Okay, when you reactivate your W to pop your Gray Health and heal yourself, it heals for significantly more if you pop it with an enemy champion next to you, touching you, like, because it's a little area around you, right? So, she's all-inning me, it popped with her next to me, so at least I got some health back. It only heals you for 50% of the Gray Health when there's nobody near you, instead of 100% of the Gray Health if there's an enemy champion. So when she dove me, and I popped it on her, I healed for a lot. Because if you didn't notice, she had a ton of damage on me and procced a ton of Gray Health. And that's the reason why I was questioning her decision-making, because most high elo players, and probably even her, know how the Gray Health work, I would imagine. And if I have a ton of it, that means I'm going to have a ton of healing. And it's such a powerful ability if you can use it correctly. Right? Do I actually just die? Holy crap. I thought that with my Mundo ultimate going, it was gonna, like, keep me alive, but I misjudged how much damage she did. I thought that, Mundo ultimate, it gives you health regen, and not only does it give you health regen, but it also... Dude, she is so strong. Although Xin Zhao's also going, like, a very not strong build path. I feel like lethality Xin Zhao is not crazy. Anyways, you get movement speed, so you get to go where you please. You get max health per second, so if you're very tanky, you regen a ton. And it also gives you bonus health depending on how low you were for the duration, too. So if you're very low, you actually get HP as well, and that's like a feedback loop of more HP equals more health regen. And that's why Heartsteel and Warmogs is so effective on Mundo, because both those items literally benefit giving you more HP to go where you please. I will say, though, Irelia is a super annoying champion to go against. And the reason why she is annoying to go against is because she is a not Black Cleaver. For some reason I say Black Cleaver instead of Bork. I guess they both start with B, huh? She is a Blade of the Ruined King enjoyer. And I'm like, not a champion that is very good into Blade of the Ruined King, because Mundo builds a lot of HP, but not really many resistances. But in our case, we will build resistances. You're crazy. I'll hype up my teammate. There's no way to even harass this guy at this point, because she has her lifesteal item, so she'll just regen every single wave. There's nothing I can really do. If you do want to somehow beat an Irelia, especially on a champion like Mundo, I would say that we probably cannot ever, without either assistance from a teammate or like a Bramble Vest to make it so she has less healing, or just way more armor. Like, we need some sort of item to make it so she doesn't deal as much, because Blade of the Ruined King does percent current, and it does it in a form of physical damage, so honestly, HP isn't very good, but armor is, because making it deal, like, significantly less is a pretty big deal. No, I also, for some reason, I pressed my E, which is an auto attack reset, and it didn't go off. I do have my Warmogs, but if I base, I might just lose my full turret, which would be very, not good, so I guess I'll just stick around. Okay, I'll try to bait her, bro. I'll literally stand next to these minions so she jumps on me. I barely got her, but she did die, so we did it, I guess. I used my W pretty effectively there. It went off pretty well, I would say. I guess we just have to give it, huh? Damn, dude, I can't even escape that either. His ultimate. This guy's ultimate, when he pops it, he does get, healing reduction, so that's probably why I didn't heal for that much. The game state is honestly not too amazing, but it's okay. At least I was able to benefit from finishing an item, and I mean, getting an Aurelia kill is also pretty nice, even though the game state still looks kind of tough. So I think I want to go Bramble so I can heal a bit. They are mostly 80 damage, although, I mean, Singe does deal a good amount of percent damage himself with Liandries and such. Dude, she's gonna live with one. Nice. And we still need to build that Dead Man's eventually too, but I'm just trying to make it so I can even stay alive before I can finish that Dead Man's plate, since I know that I just cannot ever live without it, really. You can see how much damage my ability does. It's really crazy. Of course, remember, it also is only crazy during the beginning because it does current damage, so the lower somebody gets, the less it does. So, we have our passive. Singed only has one crowd control ability, which is his fling. Technically, I'm just not ever killable, I would say. Unless another person burns it, and then he, like, tosses me under turret or something, but I really doubt it. Singed went topside. I know that he's, like, fighting my teammates right now, but if I just continue shoving mid lane, I really was dead. She might have TP, but I have Demolish, and Mundo does take turrets pretty quickly, because you have bonus AD based off of your HP with your E passive. I have no idea why I threw Cleaver as if I was proccing a Sheen proc there. That was very strange by me. And we full got it. Now, she's probably going to jump on me, or try to. So we're just going to walk away from her, because we do not want to deal with her. She is too annoying of a character right now. I use my W. When you retap it, it does deal damage in the area around you. It doesn't deal that much, but the minions are low enough that it kills, which is exactly what I want. And we are going to have our Bramble Vest here, so thankfully I finally can maybe duel her a little. It's still a big maybe, though, because I don't have that much armor. My next item will be the Dead Man's. That's why I have this cloth armor. We're going to sit on our Bramble Vest and not finish it, because we're not building it for the Thornmail. We're building it because we're trying to get anti-heal. That's the reasoning. My bot lane is destroying, bro. So you can see that he got my passive. Your passive does go on a lower cooldown as the game continues. And when you pick it up, because something drops on the ground, I think it's at level 13. It fully resets it, which is pretty busted. It's probably good for me to get engaged on here. Because of all people, I'm like the most safe. I'll just pop my ghost to run. I think that I couldn't do more from the position that I was in. I like how Tristana was rotating and then backed away. They probably are on the Rift Herald right now. And if we're not going to be contesting that, then we should shove mid, because we can do something else on the map while that's happening. Like go bot lane or something. Oh, the flash out probably is going to make it so I don't want to chase that, because there's not going to be much follow-up anymore. That was good getting her flash, though. My Warmogs is not even proc because I don't have enough HP yet. I think I just need one Ruby Crystal to do that, so I'm going to sell my health pot and just buy it so we proc it. Because we need at least two... Wait, we need 2,000? Okay, we can't proc it with just a Ruby Crystal either. I guess you need 2 Ruby Crystals, huh? How much does this give me? I just need 1 more Ruby Crystal. But unfortunately, I don't think that I can even fit a Ruby Crystal in anywhere, because my Doran Shield also gives me HP. Bummer, dude. This is why, it feels like going any build path that isn't the generic Mundo build path, I guess, just feels kind of bad, huh? I could have went no Warmogs, though, I suppose. It's just that Warmogs is pretty useful because you can get super chunked side lane while running away from people and then just stay there and continue healing, so I figured it would be better than Heartsteel. I didn't really test to see how easy it would be to proc its passive without Heartsteel. I guess Heartsteel is, like, that necessary, huh? Otacon's not up for 50 seconds. They might get Dove, because that is 4 people, but we are also 4 people, because we have Ambessa and me nearby. I'm trying to not walk over Vision. It is strange that all of them went missing. It almost feels like they're camping, because I figured that they would. There's no way a character like me can help this guy whatsoever. I have 0 crowd control in my kit, but Ambessa damage seems kind of crazy, so not bad by her. The only person that could have saved him would be Ambessa and Nami. Mundo, despite being a character that is extremely tanky and annoying, does have 0 hard CC, meaning that his peel for his teammates is atrociously bad. Completely worthless, to be honest. That's okay, though. I'm still pretty happy about us being able to at least kill somebody in the end. Nobody got that rose, dude. We're just leaving 3 roses on the ground like that? Really? Bro. My CSing skills need to be worked on, huh? Okay, so we only need 200 HP. And what Warmogs does is that it gives you more... The last line is 12% more item health when you build bonus health. So, like, when I build a Ruby Crystal, I get 12% bonus on top of that. So that's why even though Ruby only gives you 150, I'm okay with it. Because I need 200, right? Because we'll hopefully have that effect going on to, like, help out with it. I guess there's no reason to base yet, huh? It doesn't fully reset. I was wrong. It's not at level 13. You can see that it is still on CD. But it is significantly shorter, though, when I do that. For some reason, the Nautilus was trying to stop my base, but we just ran away. Oh yeah, this dragon's coming up, but our teammates are getting to a skirmish. Probably Hui's just going to die here. Hui is one of our most fed members of the team, too. That's pretty bad that he died the way that he did. I think that we should just give, because we also don't have, our jungler either. Is this really something she wants to fight? Dude, this guy's a psychopath. She's crazy good, though. I mean, I guess her damage is really that ridiculous, huh? Okay, bro. I see you. What the fuck is your damage? Oh, if she landed that, she kills. This is, like, obviously sarcasm. Hopefully he understands that. Go FF, he did not get the pentakill because his Q missed. Alright, so our Deadbands is done. This is a very powerful item for... Oh yeah, and as you can see, finally we have this finished, so this will allow us to move around. Deadbands is one of the best movement speed items in the entire freaking game, because only 4% movement speed isn't that good. It's the effect of getting the 20 bonus movement speed. Having bonus base movement speed is a pretty strong effect. Kind of like how Cosmic Drive is, but of course, for us, we can have the effect permanently going if I want to by never auto-attacking, because it's based off of charges through moving, and it's only expended if you auto. Because it does 100 bonus damage or something, which is not really like that much, but... So it allows you to chase people. Like, see how good I am at chasing? Also, Tristana can't even ulti me. So we just literally one-tap her so easily. There's nothing she can do. And now, if I go, like, side lane and they try to get me, it doesn't matter. I go where I please, right? I go wherever I wish. If they go for me, I pop my ultimate and run away. Of course, I will try to never pop my ultimate, though, unless I'm actually in danger. My CS per minute compared to Aurelius is looking good, but I mean, Aurelius is so challenging to win on, dude. That champion is so difficult to play. And of course, my bot lane's also popping off, so it looks like we're just gonna win the game outright, huh? This turret's in the way of going where I please, so we have to destroy it. Let me eat. Yup. Yum. She ate the turret. I guess is what she's saying. Oh, nice. We have Swift March, too. So Swift March will give us more movement speed significantly. And it gives us adaptive adaptive force based off of movement speed. I will admit, though, I don't like that I can't buy this Thorn Mail. Because it would be kind of nice to just have that fully completed. Just so I can move on to the next item. The reason why I didn't buy anything, even though the Thorn Mail has, like, components, is because I was just planning on just recalling immediately. That's a pretty bad habit to get into, though. I feel like maybe I've just been playing too many other games that revolve around Arena where you can't buy components and stuff. Like a dummy. The reason why I want Thorn Mail so badly is because at least now, it does deal more damage on hit, but I'm also hoping that if I do truly want to go where I please, I need to be able to be strong enough to beat this Irelia in a 1v1. You can see that my damage is okay, but she's gonna Q this one. Had a feeling. So how Warmogs works is that the healing will kick in when I'm not in combat. Oh, jeez. This is her TPing topside. I could probably still defend the base, though. So I'm just going to rotate up. I'm on the way. It looks like she's probably gonna get that. So she'll die. The next thing to get would be this dragon, of course, because we are on Soul Spike. I'll just ward that just to check. And as you can see, I'm just full HP permanently because of the Warmogs. If I had Heartsteel, sure, I could deal more damage and get infinitely stacking HP, but... wow, they didn't even try to hit me. Probably because I'm Mundo, and without a certain type of champion, Mundo just, like, auto-wins versus certain fights. Like, Singe plus Nautilus probably could never kill a Mundo fast. It would take so freaking long, so that's why they're not even bothering, because they know that it's just, like, pointless to try to kill me ever. It's just a waste of time. Dude. If you want to see Mundo go where he pleases, I don't know if I'm really that killable unless my whole entire team dies and they have to collapse on me with, like, absolutely everybody. I am... Okay, that guy does a lot of damage, so I could be wrong here, but I didn't pop my ultimate or anything, and my W didn't go off as well. The reason why is because we have Ocean Dragon Soul, so I have crazy healing now, too. So I have Warmog's healing, and also, now Ocean Dragon Soul healing, too. That's so ridiculous. So the next item probably would want to be a Force of Nature because it's one of the only other movement speed items to go. So that's why. I really want to go hit the turret. That's where I want to be. And it seems that they can't really kill me very easily. I'm just going to go underneath turret and just see if I can, like, continue going. I literally just don't die, dude. Alright. I'm so freaking tanky, man. I really might just get one tap by this guy. Force of Nature. More movement speed for us. More movement speed. Looks like my team's just gonna end the game, though. So yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed the Mundo mid. Very challenging matchup, in my opinion, once you fall behind, and I did. But thankfully, she went super aggressive, and because she did, that was absolutely gigantic. Don't end, bro. Let's end the game. But yeah, that's what I have to do if I'm ever in a bad matchup with my champion. I just play very far away and don't want to try to fight them, because if I do, it could be really bad, right? So I have to play pretty safe. And we got to the spike that, you know, Mundo wants to get to. Didn't do the most damage, but I do think that Mundo mid lane is honestly worse than top lane unless you're versus a certain type of pick. My mitigated damage was okay. We had 32,000 with damage taken being 37,000, so my mitigated was pretty close together. Healing done, 18k. So yeah, thanks for watching. See you guys later. Peace out. We're back to 300 LP, which is pretty nice. All right, bye.